This is going to be about quitting my day job for YouTube. And I just thought, in case you're a new content creator and the excitement gets to you when you start seeing a few bits of money coming in, well, lots of money coming in, then you might decide, you might say to yourself, oh, I think I'm making enough money now. I'm going to quit my day job and rely on YouTube salary. So, in case you are thinking of doing that anytime in the future, these are a few tips I have for you. And yeah, I was having an interesting conversation about this with one of my other colleagues on YouTube, and we had interesting conversations. So, I thought, why not come here and share with you guys? So, if you are a new content creator and you're thinking of quitting your day job for YouTube money, these are a few things that you need to consider. So, obviously, before you embark on a life-changing situation, obviously, your first point of call and direction should be to seek God's guidance. So, you need to pray about it, especially if you feel like you're going to leave your day job, because your day job is something that is stable. It gives you lots of stability. You know how much money you're going to get coming in at the end of every month. And that money is going to be the same. So you're in a comfortable position in your 9 to 5 job. You know what salary you're getting. You know it's consistent. You know it's coming in at the end of every month. So the first thing you need to do if you're thinking of quitting your day job for your YouTube channel, make sure you seek guidance and prayer from God before you do anything drastic like that, because it's a life-changing situation. Once you give up your job, you can't just walk back into your employment and say, I want my job back. I want my job back. I need my job back. Obviously, you can get another job elsewhere, but you don't know how easy that's going to be. So that's my number one tip. I would say seek prayer and guidance from God before you try to make a life-changing decision that's going to affect your money in the future. Yeah. And if you're a new content creator, I would say be patient on the platform. I know once you get to a certain level, you start to see a lot of money coming in. Later on down the line, you will see a lot of money coming in. But I just want to say, as I've always said before, just remain humble. Don't let it get to your head, and don't make it let you make rash decisions. Exactly. So if you feel like you're making a lot of money more than your day job and you feel like, oh, I can leave my job now and YouTube can sustain me. So what you need to think of, obviously be patient and have a 2-year plan. Think about it logically. Don't let this excitement rush get to your head and say, yeah, I can walk out of my day job and hand in my resignation. Because we all know on YouTube, you've already seen it, especially if you're a new content creator. What happens to all of us, no matter how long you've been on the platform, the views goes up, the views go down, and as the views go up and down as well, so does the revenue. Exactly. So 1 month you might be, bringing in much more, 2 times your salary. And then the following month, it might go back down to you're bringing exactly consistent with your salary. And if the next month after that, you might even be bringing in lower than your salary. So it's not consistent. So if you're thinking of leaving your day job for YouTube salary, give yourself a 2-year plan and make sure within those 2 years you are consistently bringing in the certain amount of money that you need to sustain your lifestyle, because we all know that YouTube can demonetize a channel at any time. Exactly. So what happens if you think that you think, oh, I'm so excited, yeah, I've made a certain amount of money, I've made twice my day job salary, now I can just leave my day job, I can hand in my resignation and YouTube is going to sustain me. think to yourself, what if YouTube demonetized my channel the following month? So you'll be stuck without a day job. You'll be stuck without a regular income. How are you going to pay your bills? Food, petrol, family, babies. If you've got young children, they're very expensive. So you've got to make a 2-year plan, and you've got to make a realistic decision. Don't just do it, willy-nilly, as they say. Don't make a rash decision. Don't just make a decision without thinking of long term as well, because YouTube can demonetize you at any time. So today you could be making twice your salary. The next month you could be making your exact salary. The next month after that you could be making half of your salary, and the next month after that you could be making 3 times your salary. So if you're thinking of leaving your day job for YouTube, make sure, give yourself a 2-year plan. Make sure you are consistently every single month bringing in that exact same amount of money that is enough to sustain your lifestyle. Yeah, I would say do not just quit your job. If you've seen, okay, you've made 2 times your salary. Don't let it go to your head and say, oh, I can just leave my job tomorrow. I've made 2 times my salary. No, make sure you're making 2 times your salary consistently every single month. You're not missing 1 month of a payment for 2 years. And then make sure, not only that, obviously I've heard some people say, oh, make sure you've got savings enough to sustain your bills for the next 10 months. I don't think that is sufficient, because that money will run out. Exactly. Just like your day job, you get it at the end of every month, and it's consistent and it's sustaining you. That's the exact same thing you need. You can't rely on savings, because savings will finish. Also, if you can use your YouTube salary to get to a point where you can invest in things outside of YouTube, like a proper business. Let's just give an example. If you're into hair, and let's just say you've opened up your own salon, that is a business of your own, and that is going to bring you in consistent money monthly as well. So that if you got like a salon, that could say, oh, that would be enough to sustain your lifestyle, because you're running your own other business. Even though you've left your day job, you haven't just left your day job and totally relied on YouTube for your salary. Yeah, so I don't think that's a wise thing to do. But if you are trying to leave your day job for your YouTube salary, make sure you pray about it first, seek guidance from God, and give yourself a 2-year plan. Make sure you're getting consistently enough money to sustain your lifestyle every single month without fail, without a missing of payment or something like that. And I also suggest to you, if you're a new content creator on the platform, I suggest, obviously, when you're first starting out, you start with one channel, and then if you can find a way to open other channels, so like you can have multiple channels, so you're not only relying on one YouTube income, so each channel brings in its own income. So that's another way to increase your revenue on YouTube. And then, yeah, as I've said before, don't let the excitement when you see your first paycheck, and then your first paycheck, I mean, when I'm saying your first paycheck that is exceeded your day job's salary, don't get too excited and say, oh, I'm handing in my resignation tomorrow. Make sure you have like a 2-year plan. Make sure you're consistently bringing in 2 times your salary, or whatever it is that can sustain your lifestyle. Because imagine if you just got 2 times your salary this month, and then next month YouTube demonetized you. What are you going to do? How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to look after your kids? Exactly. And all the other responsibilities you have, household, council tax. I don't know if you've got council tax in your country. Council tax, electric bill, water bill, everything that daily lifestyle, petrol, everything. How are you going to pay for that if you just handed in your resignation because you thought that YouTube money was enough to sustain you just because you exceeded your salary in 1 month. Make sure you're consistently doing it. That's my